After Phineas and Ferb's Season 5 trailer, I'm worried a big part of the original finale is being totally ignored. Phineas and Ferb is returning in the summer of 2025 with all the characters we know and love. But this has me worried about one of their arcs as it was brought to a conclusion in the original 2015 series finale. Phineas and Ferb focuses on the exploits of inventor stepbrothers Phineas and Ferb, while the older sister Candace tries and always fails to show their creations to their mother. Meanwhile, the family's pet platypus Perry engages in a battle of good versus evil with Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz. Everyone adores the formula, which Phineas and Ferb Season 5 will continue. However, Phineas and Ferb's timeline does have this new season set up to take place the following summer, meaning that the episode that previously served as the series finale has already happened. Last Day of Summer sees the boys and their friends attempt the ultimate invention for the end of summer, while Candace ends up in a time loop trying to bust them, and Doofenshmirtz is prompted to give up evil once and for all. The showrunners are now undoing this surprisingly poignant character development. After a heart-to-heart with his daughter Vanessa, Doofenshmirtz bands together with her and Perry to save the world from the constricting time loop. The series had already implied that Doofenshmirtz would eventually give up evil, and this finale serves as a transition into that. A one-off episode set during the school year depicts him doing a community service sentence as a high school science teacher. Later, in the episode that shows the characters 10 years in the future, it is said that this placement was a turning point for him, and he is no longer building evil-inators. As Act Your Age is also one of the last episodes of Season 4, it was written according to the plan that this would be the final season. There is no reference to Doofenshmirtz essentially relapsing into evil. However, in Phineas and Ferb Season 5's trailer, he has changed his social media status to evil again, implying that after the time loop incident and accompanying epiphany, he is now back to his old shenanigans. However, it also isn't necessarily set in stone when the high school episode takes place, which means he could have done this after the summer that will be depicted in Seasons 5 and 6. The problem is that everything Vanessa said to her dad to prompt his redemption was actually really great, bringing his story to a strong ending. Whatever Doofenshmirtz's flaws are, he has always been a great dad. One of the reasons that he gives up evil is that Vanessa has been offered an internship with Oducier, and she can't do it if she is living with Doofenshmirtz while he is actively fighting them. Rather than Vanessa going to live with her mother full-time, he decides to make amends with Oducier. But the trailer for the new season suggests that they are completely ignoring this resolution. Vanessa also points out some reasons for Doofenshmirtz to give up evil for himself that are surprisingly meaningful for such a goofy series. She says that he's basically a nice guy who's pretending to be evil, and it seems like it's all out of obligation to his backstories, not something that truly comes from his heart. Finishing with that, she doesn't think this lifestyle choice is making him happy. It's a lot of personal revelation that the show takes pretty seriously, and seems like it should have a lasting impact on Doof. But the trailer for the new season suggests that they are completely ignoring this resolution. Vanessa has probably finished her internship by now and maybe has enough standing with the organization on her own that they don't hold it against her for still living with him, but this would logically have a negative impact on their relationship. Her dad essentially disregarded everything she said before. While there is sometimes a disconnect between the two, they have always had a loving relationship, and changing this would also break the tone of the show. Ultimately, Doofenshmirtz is evil again, only so the writers can get back to the usual status quo and produce more episodes that follow the exact same formula as before, providing us with more feel-good adventures. Just as Vanessa having a frustrating but sweet relationship with her dad is a pillar of the story, so is Doof fighting Perry with convoluted and ultimately pointless inventions. Phineas and Ferb carrying on as it always has is the right choice for Season 5, and has a lot of appeal for people who simply want more comfort TV, when this show is one of the best offerings.